right, good afternoon. Is this the right mic? It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, well, all right. Yeah, good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. We are live under the radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch. Heavy.
Good afternoon to you, David Welch. Good afternoon to the listeners of Talk City 91.1 FM. Welcome to Under the Radar, the number one afternoon talk show in Trinidad and Tobago and the fastest growing talk show in the Caribbean, right? I want to say good afternoon to you, my brother David Welch. Good afternoon to all of those of you locked on, on work. If you're heading home from work and in your vehicles, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to those of you in the maxis, taxis, buses, and PH cars. Good afternoon to those of you listening to us on conventional radio, and good afternoon to those of you listening to us on the World Wide Web via Facebook and YouTube all across the world. Welcome and good afternoon to you. Right?
Yes.
So
I don't know where to start this afternoon. I feel like we should start maybe light a little bit. And then, rush into things, maybe light for like 5 minutes. Because
All right.
I actually wanted to say this. I'm a huge fan of the late, great Michael Jackson.
okay.
And I don't know if you have just yet, Heavy, gone to see that new MJ film.
I'm waiting. To be honest with you, I want to go and see that movie real bad, but I just don't want to go by myself.
Well, there we go.
No, I'm talking about I'm looking for a date to go.
Oh, you are a date?
Yes, a date I'm looking to carry to that.
You're in your white, I would have been black,
No, not that kind of date. I'm looking for, someone to carry to see who enjoy Michael Jackson also.
Okay. I
understand?
understand.
But I run out of luck.
You run out of luck?
Again, too old, man. One of them on social media now, the only one. Anyway.
But some news for that, And
I thought you went and see it already.
I did, yeah.
So you want to go and see that again?
I'm going again to watch it, yeah.
No, I go watch it over the weekend or sometime this week.
It was real good.
Yeah,
I won't give you any spoilers. Don't worry.
No, don't give me no spoilers, and I will go and watch it.
Good.
Because I have watched every single Michael Jackson movie, from ever since. Anything Michael Jackson was in. I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson also.
Right.
I mean, he's the greatest of all time. He's the GOAT. You understand? When it comes to music, I don't think it will ever be anyone else before or after him to ever reach the pinnacle of greatness that he has been.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
And in some news for you, he breaking records.
The movie?
Dead. Yeah. Over $700 million in sales in just 3 weeks.
I was expecting that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was expecting that. What I like about the movie though, it will bring back for the young people who never heard of or never was in the time when Michael Jackson was in his peak of his era, right? It give them an idea who he was and where
I feel like
he went.
MJ was always in peak, from the moment he was born.
I know just now we go see him again. I know he might be left instruction for them to clone him, when cloning start back.
Probably.
When they legalize cloning. Because it's already there, probably go clone him and bring him back. You never know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But $700 million in sales. China extended the amount to days. For the first time as well, China don't usually do this.
Yeah.
When something come out in the box offices there for a month, China extended it for another month again.
But Michael Jackson break barriers with that, right? Yeah. He went to, even when countries were at war, he used to go and do concerts to make them come together in peace.
Crazy,
Michael Jackson was very essential in breaking down the wall in Germany.
Wow.
You understand? Yeah.
Okay.
Because even people, high officials or prime presidents or in certain warring countries like him
wanted to see him.
And when he come to the country, he's trying to influence them not to be at war and to try to fix the country.
And some music would break barriers, and music
he did.
It did. That's crazy. And Michael Jackson dead, and he's still breaking barriers. For Spotify now, he broke records for the first time ever.
I don't believe in Spotify and all the streaming platforms for music now. I believe that they're taking away the essence of the music with regards to the royalties and the money that the artists with themselves who giving out their talent. I believe that they are actually robbing them of their just due with regards to these streaming platforms.
Okay.
It come like this. Before, when you had record sales, where you have to actually people go out and buy the album, be it in vinyl form or in CD form, right? You could check how much album is sold, and if you are getting a percentage of those album sales, you could actually calculate how much money you're going to make with that, right? With views and downloads on a computer, that could be doctored, that could be manipulated, right? And the money, the financial of it is that how much somebody will spend for an album in a store when they buy it, right? Is not the same they're going to spend when they view it or download it on Spotify. Is a lot less. You understand?
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
Now you need more plays and more views in order to make more money. If you understand where I'm coming from. So if we say a album was about, if we say about $4 or $5 US, or even $10 US for album, right? And now you just go in and pay 10 cents a download or 25 cents a download. If you understand where I'm coming from, it doesn't, the math doesn't add up. You know?
Well, anyway, outside of all of that, finally, in related news to Michael Jackson as well, he is the first ever artist as well, dead now, to be streamed on YouTube via YouTube's now feature called Station, which is technically what we're doing here right now. So YouTube is introducing a new way to watch content via, if you have a playlist, your playlist could become a station like Talk City 91.1. This is an example of it. I know the viewers can't see it, but you realize that you cannot replay this at all, right?
Right.
This is the YouTube new way of television. It's live, it's on the go, it is there.
It's just playing.
It's just playing.
So whatever that is showing, you watch.
Correct.
And it just play everything.
Just like TV. You can't rewind. Well, now you can rewind it, but you know, on YouTube, no
understand.
rewind.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So you could stream your whole content, everything.
Everything.
Always have
people watching.
locked on.
So they can take all our content that we have on YouTube and just make it like a channel, just playing 24/7. We're just streaming and people just go up there and watch all the episodes.
Exactly. Imagine that.
Yeah,
and
let's watch all the episodes of Under the Radar with Heavy Duty.
I was thinking that this is a new feature on YouTube, and the first person that is rolling it out is Michael Jackson, and the man dead. All right, that's crazy. But that's some interesting news as well, and global news. But back here at home in Trinidad, well, the phone line's buzzing. Let's find out what the people on about. Call up.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. You know, myself, we started with the Jackson 5. Yes, the Jackson 5, them was like the Beatles, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Eh?
That's true.
Caller, you're calling to tell us things we already know, caller, we know. Tell us something we don't know.
One of the biggest tunes you ever sing, the Jackson 5 was one bad after that match of the world.
The Jackson.
All right, caller, thank you very much.
And the phone line's actually buzzing for Michael Jackson. I kid you not.
I am a DJ who loves Michael Jackson. One Bad Apple was not Michael Jackson, that was done by the Osbournes.
Okay.
Right? A lot of people believe that it was Jackson sang it, but it was originally written for the Jacksons, right? And they turned it down.
Okay.
And at the time, the Osbournes were auditioning in Motown Studios, and they give them that song to sing. So One Bad Apple wasn't the Jackson 5 sang that.
Caller.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Michael Jackson, okay, the Jackson 5 and the Osbournes were running competition at that time, neck and neck. They sounded similar, and they had some good tunes together. You understand? So they'll really that fella confused me.
Okay.
All right, what I want to say today, I'm talking something different because Michael Jackson and first they all get anniversary is next month or whatever.
Okay.
June. He died on the 19th of June, something. Right. Today is Founders Day. What is Founders Day? It is the day on which work for the blind started in this country and extended throughout the region in 1914. It was started by a blind man, which have seen blind and visually impaired persons now making waves as far as technology is concerned. We've come a long way. We still have a lot of work to do, but, things have been happening in the background. All I want to say to those persons who may be having some visual problems, your vision loss is not the end of the world, but the beginning of a new stage and phase of life. And where there's a way, for there is life after blindness. And the person giving out this message today is none other than Bhavani Prasad, President of the Caribbean Council for the Blind and Visually Impaired. Any questions?
No one at all. Thanks so much for
Bye.
that. Just no questions just yet. But thanks for sharing that info.
All right. If you need to get in touch with me, check my number.
For sure. Thanks so much. All right. Yeah, man. Caller, you're live. Caller.
Good day to the panel and the listeners.
Yes, sir.
In my opinion, and I lived a long life, the greatest entertainer that ever lived was Michael Jackson.
Agreed.
That's my contribution.
Thanks so much for that. Thank you so much. All right. I would have never expected Heavy to actually get calls on Michael Jackson.
What do you mean?
No, I feel...
Listen.
Uh-huh.
If you live in now, and you're born in the 60s or 70s or even in the 50s, right? And you live in now, you have to know about Michael Jackson. You understand? Unless you're living under a rock.
I love him, boy.
Right? And the people who don't know Michael Jackson is the young people in the teens or the 20s, very young, or the 20s,
very young,
early 20s. So some people they're oblivious. Who's Michael Jackson? Them young children.
That's crazy. No, but this I'm gonna be honest. This feeling,
but he's an icon.
I know. I'm feeling honored to be on the airwaves talking about Michael Jackson and actually getting calls on Michael Jackson. I feel like I'm part of history somehow, but but anyway, so that was that with Michael Jackson. I did not expect this to become like a topic, and I expected to just be like 2 minutes.
The current affairs. You talk about Michael.
Move on.
I
really wasn't expecting to get some
our show will be that trivial.
True, and the thing is, the 4 lines while we were talking about him, it's still blasting.
Well, take the calls that people talk about Michael Jackson now. Of course, the man is one of the greatest.
The stream as well up high. With us talking about Michael Jackson. Caller.
Hi, good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good topic. Yes, some years ago, right, I was watching a documentary about some Buddhists, right? And you won't believe this. They say 2 names that they know, because these Buddhists were like away from everything, away from civilization or whatever.
Yeah.
They say 2 names that they knew were one, Jesus Christ, and Michael Jackson.
True.
Everybody knew, even the furthest point in the world, they knew who Michael Jackson
was.
With no internet.
With no TV.
And
There's some monks in Tibet, on the mountains, right? Some monks in Tibet. They totally cut off from civilization. They know Michael Jackson.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That man, he good. He was amazing, and he is still. All right, but anyway, outside of the Michael Jackson news, there is one other thing, right? The PNM had a very successful sports.
I'm not giving that no life, eh? David Welch, I'm not giving that no kind of life here today. I'm telling you.
Why not?
I'm not talking about that. And you're talking about that, I come on the studio. You talk about that by yourself. I'm not giving that no life.
It was successful though. It was a very successful one.
A successful with what?
Allow me to say what I want to say real quick now. All right, you don't need to respond. All right.
Trying to get me vexed this evening, but go and talk your shopping as well. The PNM Sports.
Yes, it was very successful. the People's National Movement had a very successful sports and family day, and I want to congratulate the PNM for that. But I want them to know that just as Tobago went on, they had, this lady come and sing she tunes and stuff like that, in front of the young children, all they still not winning nothing. Right? It doesn't matter.
Somebody had the audacity to send me clips from that sports and family day. Little clips are different clips, right? But I just wanted to vomit when I see. You understand? The mere fact that I see people have on red and all. You understand? Anytime I see 5 or more people wearing red, I just want to vomit. That's how bad I have it. We give it out no life. Successful family, they more foot. Where they keep it? They're not down in King George V Park down there?
I don't know now.
Right down there, they keep it.
Somewhere. But listen, I don't mean to... I have to go for a break just now, but I don't mean to change. As we come back, we'll dive into the real conversations and stuff like that. But Heavy, I've been real, I've been real and real honest. This is something outside of all the topics, right? Because I see in this comment all over the place, right? When I edit out clips from this show and post to social media, people upset with the truth either that you say or I say we're talking about, right? Which led to Stephen Rees calling in at the last time and talking about, the taxes and blah, and giving his 2 cents on it, right?
Right.
And then secondly, if people watch the show and I laugh, they vex. I kid you not.
If they watch the show,
And I'm laughing at something, they vex. Why David always so happy and laughing at every single thing? So I want to tell these people, you don't need to watch. It's not a requirement that you watch. You can skip the afternoon show and go straight to the evening show if you want to. All right?
But can't you get just what
they are upset with me laughing on air. If you skip across the multiple stations, you go to... I don't mean to promote other stations there, but you go to Slam or you go to other stations or you even go to Talk. Talk is boring at times, right? People are listening now. And I'm not taking all credit. You are amazing, Heavy. Trust. You're amazing, but it's a dynamic together that have a lot of people watching and enjoying and interested in the conversations, right? If you're upset with my personality because you've been listening to radio for donkey years and you've never heard laughter on radio, take up your baggage and go to the wrap-up. Right? And wrap up with seriousness in the evening. You don't need to listen. I'll let them know now.
What happened, I think what people have a problem with David Welch. Let me talk the thing.
Yeah, talk it.
Before I go for the break. I think people have a problem with how it is, if we're having a serious conversation about a serious topic, you tend to look for the humor in that topic. Right? And you may crack a little joke, arrogant, right? And laugh, right? I don't see nothing wrong with it really, because I know that is your personality. But some people might get offended by that because they're saying, but why he laughing, and it's a serious topic we're dealing with. You understand? But I know at times when it's time for seriousness, it does be serious, right? And I think it's a good dynamic if one of us is serious and one laughs, or if either way, you understand?
You know what makes for boring radio? And I don't mean to put down anything and anybody, right? What makes for boring radio is you and I having the same personality. You and I having the same
and this is what I'm saying. I like the idea that we are different with age, different with experience when it comes to radio. You have your qualities and in certain aspects of certain things, especially with information and getting the little topics and things. And my perspective will always be either historical or professionals or when I get ready, I give me my music, then let me do my editorial and let me drag them, and that is what the combination that most people like. You understand? Some people have their opinions. They probably might think, based on where I was before, I probably just have you making too much joke. I get messages like that already. Control David, he making too much joke. The show gets serious. But I understand that you're a young man, right? And you have to grow within it. you haven't been on a radio as much as before. I think this is your first radio experience, and I find you doing pretty well. You understand? In time, they will see you and they'll be right here with you growing. Don't worry. We have about 8 more years.
And they'll laugh. They'll laugh. You know why I laugh? 7 to 8 more years. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing is that, here's the problem as well, right? People say it's constructive criticism. Again, you could come and sit down behind here, and then you could see how it is to sit behind here. And Opinion Box said it the last time he was in studio. I think he was in Tobago. He came and he said, "But I watched through your comments how you dealing with all that hate, so boy. I swear to you, the most hated man in Trinidad and Tobago right now is myself. Because
you hated.
Hated. You go it's the worst comment section ever under my comment section. And it's not like it's one, it's one after the next that I just have to skip every single day.
I don't, you know something? I must try doing that. Reading comments. I don't read comments.
I stop.
I just post my video and people, I will have hundreds and thousands, 500, 800 comments. I just scroll through and just press heart. I
don't even scroll through anymore.
No, I just press heart. I don't have time to read all that comments. I find it take too much time.
Somebody did, I don't know if you saw it, and I didn't want to come and give them any type of light at all, right? I really didn't, but Kingsley sent it at night, and the name of the whole live is David Welch, the political Kobo. A whole
Somebody did a live on you?
A whole
Was that good?
hours.
At least I alone again, cause
I didn't go through it. When you tell me about constructive criticism and this and that and the other, you know what constructive criticism let me heavy? And I told Kingsley this. You know what it led me? Guess.
Where?
In the Progressive Empowerment Party. Leaving the United National Congress in 2021 to join the political party of the Progressive Empowerment Party. Not the worst decision ever, eh? But I think you know where the conversation was going. I love Philip Alexander.
Yeah.
I love him, right? It led to definitely growth and stuff like that. But leaving the UNC wasn't the best choice back then. But that was constructive criticism. Listening to people say, you need to expand your pool and go here and go there and go places and blah, blah. And people close say it to her.
David Welch. Let me give some advice.
I was young.
Let me give some advice as a young man and in the public domain.
Yeah.
Right? People's opinion of you is none of your business. Okay?
You know that now.
Right. Take constructive criticism from people you can learn from.
Thank you. I was about to say that
Right?
until you wrap up before I went to the break. Thank you.
My problem, and only problem that I have on the show with you, you have kite paper skin and you need to grow a shell like a leatherback turtle. You understand? When certain criticism and people say things, especially when the callers call and they don't agree with you, just leave it. I was like you too, you know. Here to hear somebody who call our station and say anything about me. I will try to answer every single person that call and criticize me and want to answer them. Right? But I realize that taking so much energy and changing the dynamics of the show because they know how to rile me up. If I'm talking about a political topic and they call to talk about me, Heavy, why you going so? You talking about that shopping this on the radio? And I take time to answer that person. A snowball of calls coming in after. The people who are for me is going to call us also try to insult that caller. Right? And then the people who support that caller is going to call to criticize me also and say, yes, the caller is right for what he said about me. And then the whole conversation about the show gone off on who is story about it. He talking shoppiness and why heavy don't let her tell that and the whole thing gone off. So it gone off the topic that was being spoken about and more about what people saying back and forth about me. That is not good talk show radio. And I had to learn that the hard way. You understand? So my advice to you is leave them. Right? Sometimes debate them. Say, okay, you said that. Where's your evidence? Show me where you went and get that evidence. Show me the evidence. Where you went and learn that. What book Send me back a YouTube video. Who gave you that information? Because we only dealing with facts here, right? Not propaganda. So when you call and say something about me or something about you that is not, it's not real, or it's fiction, right? Then that is the capacity of your knowledge or your education. That is the capacity of your thinking. You understand? And if you have a marble, which what your brain's supposed to be, and you cannot think to come up with some kind of constructive information that we can debate on, then why waste time?
Yeah.
You understand? All he disagree with Eric. Eric comes here in a debatable form.
And I like that.
You understand?
I like that.
You don't come here. You don't come here like leave it there and ball. I go leave it there and gone. Show propaganda out there and gone.
Yeah.
You understand? Nothing with facts. Nothing with what you're not saying to even say ask him where you get that information from?
Yeah.
No, he just send it out there and I leave it there and gone. You understand? You have to understand that we living in a country where people will be for and against. You understand? Everybody go like you. Right? Don't let the comments bother you at all. Eventually the same people who like you, because a lot of people will say hate me and who don't love me. You understand?
Well, the phone line's up again.
Look, we have a break to take because we have a lot of ads.
People,
and if we don't play these ads, we're going to get fired.
Yeah, we do.
Right?
this
and I'm not going to work taxi, move on the sun again.
This crazy, you know?
Just play the people ads and stop complaining.
This is real ass.
Play them fast.
Yeah, straight out to
Play
stay tuned. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll deal with some more. All right, stay tuned to Talk City 91.1 FM, your address for Talk Radio. We'll be back.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, so welcome back on the inside,
yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago. Heavy, as I told you, and before we start by Heavy, I want to say again that tomorrow we do have Kyle Taklal Singh that will be here in studio.
Yes.
He'll be here from 4 p.m. all the way up to 5 p.m. All right? Because he have High Court tomorrow as well. Mm-hmm. And then following that, on Thursday, the Minister in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries will be here in studio, and we're going to give you all the updates that are happening within the energy sector. I can say it on the air now. Heavy, I know as always say a minister coming and they don't come. But that's what I promise you. The Minister in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries will be coming to TTT, Talk City 91.1, right after Cabinet on Tuesday.
Yep.
And he will join us on your line all the way down to 6 p.m. All right? Mm-hmm. So that is happening. And this is only happening because I saw...
He coming live in studio? Or
live in studio. Right. Live in studio. All right? Because I saw... we have great news when it comes to the deepwater bidding taking place with ExxonMobil.
Right.
The minister posted and said ExxonMobil says Trinidad and Tobago offshore geology has similarities with deep water reservoirs in Guyana.
Read that again.
All right. ExxonMobil says Trinidad and Tobago offshore geology has similarities with deep water reservoirs in Guyana.
One more time.
All right. ExxonMobil says Trinidad and Tobago's offshore geology has similarities with deep water reservoirs in Guyana.
So basically, they find oil.
They find oil. Plenty of it. Ain't that amazing for Trinidad and Tobago?
That's just a moment of silence.
A moment, all right.
That's a moment of silence. Let that soak in a little bit. This is the the glory of when you get rid of a curse on your country, Trinidad and Tobago. Give me something now, man. Give me something. I'm feeling that type of way. Give me the sadness.
The sadness?
Yeah, give me the sadness, and then I will tell you, give me something else. Just what do people understand what I'm saying here? Trinidad and Tobago, for 9.5 years, we have suffered. We have been looted and plundered for the last 9.5 years. And if you check all together, the PNM from 1956 to now, every single time they in power, the people suffered. Every single time. Oil boom, they were in charge of every single one. They were in power of every single oil and gas boom this country had. And what do we have to show for it? Nothing. Over $3 trillion between 1956 and 1984. We have to show for it? Nothing. Another oil boom in Patrick Manning times. You hired a man called Hart, put him in charge of all the boards. Where all the money gone? What do people benefit from it? Buildings? Construction works that standing there while people in the hospital cannot get medicine, cannot get beds, while all our roads are deplorable. Why infrastructure in every community looks like we're still back in the 1970s and 80s. Where people still can't get jobs. Where food prices are sky high. The PNM was a curse on this country. A curse. Whatever necromancy the so-called father of the nation went and worked on us. To have some of us stupid and bamboozled in that cult. And some people today still are, as they went down there in a family and sports day, spewing a set of crap. Nonsense. Supporting their slave masters that keep them in constant mental slavery. And have them in a trance that they cannot get out of. You are telling me in less than a year, or a year, almost a year, and some days, some weeks, some days, we are seeing a complete economic turnaround. For all the naysayers who quarreling and cussing for CPEP and URP and forest trees, and we not getting no work, and the place hard, and look what the crime rate gone to. On the other side of that coin, we have the World Bank coming to set up shop here. Yep. We have negotiated oil deals and gas deals with Chevron, who hasn't been here for much years.
Correct.
With Shell, with BP, and now ExxonMobil. We talking about the oil giants. All of them are in our country.
And Chevron was here just last week.
We are making deals with the UAE. We are making deals to have our refinery open. I believe for the people who believe in Almighty God and His Spirit, and who is kneel down, and when you're saying your prayers for yourself, you say one for the country of Trinidad and Tobago to become a better place. And you ask Almighty God to put somebody in charge and make sure that this country is handled well and come out of this slump, this curse, these dark times. I am saying to you, God is about to answer your prayers.
Yep.
Because if what David Welch just read here is at least 50% truth, we are talking about billions. In the words of my brother Arnold Roberts, billions. And ask yourself, who do you want in power when all this oil and gas money come in? The same people who have a track record that when they in power, when oil and gas come in, you see it gets nothing but CPEP and European forestries.
You can hold. No. No.
You're going there.
Yeah, you are to go there. No. You're going to do that. No.
Trinidad and Tobago, you had experience, and my grandmother used to say, if advice to teach you, experience will. And if you have experience that when that red party in power, the country is be at a disarray of disaster. It's constant mismanagement, corruption, and only friends, family, and financiers benefit and eat like pigs from the trough or the coffers of your hard-working, tax-paying money.
Yep.
And the blessings of resources that Almighty God put on this Twin Island Republic for you to enjoy. All the blessings of oil, gas, pitch, coconut, citrus, cocoa, you name it, sugarcane, whatever God put here and bless this Twin Island Republic with belongs to you, the people. And yet you forget that every time this red party in power, they just tell you tighten your belt. Oil booming out of the ground, but you tightening your belt. Money flowing like water for the 1% and this percent and that percent, and you tightening your belt. And the raising taxes and the raising gas 4 or 5 times whilst you suffer. Food prices going up, this going up, no housing, no this, and crime and murders going up. Why is they walking away with billions and trillions to the bank? And yet still, you suffer. And I am telling you, hold strain. Because all that is found now will not start to benefit and will not start to mature until late 2027, 2028.
Closer election cycle again.
Yes, close election cycle again. I'm telling you, the seed that is put into the ground now under the UNC and Kama Prasad Bisesa, these seeds, right? The OFAC license, the Dragon Gas, the Mamati, you understand? The Chevron, the Shell, the BP, the ExxonMobil, all these seeds done planted, all the deals with the UAE, with America, with all these other countries, all these seeds that the UNC and Canada Princess are planted. When they start to shoot up and they come out of the ground and they start to blossom, what they used to say when they say blossom, when they start to blossom, and the fruits of the labor had to reap, all they go and see, and all they go and hear, mark my words here, no. When they realize that it's going to blossom, they want to get back in. They want to get back in so that they can reap.
Yeah.
What they didn't sow.
Want to reap.
And they want to reap it and make sure what you sow, you didn't get nothing to eat from.
And then they go say it's Kamala's fault.
Yes. But I'm warning all you know. Listen with open minds and understand that everything now, after they see the sown and they realize it's going to be reaping time, they're going to spread so much lies and propaganda. They're going to pay the machinery of the media in all forms, from social media to conventional media to print media to radio media to TV media. As soon as you put on your TV, you're going to hear something bad about this government.
Yep, Kamala pension in the treasury.
They don't care if it's a lie. They will say anything to make them leave power. They don't care to lie. It's easy for them to be lying to you all the time. They will just continue to lie and make the lie more exorbitant. You look out for another email gate
and Section 54.
And Section 54 and all kind of crap they're coming with to convince you that the government that sowed the seed for you to eat does not want you to eat, and they want to come back to take over the country to give you back CPEP and URP.
CPEP and URP.
Yeah, and you go, but yeah, we get back CPEP and URP. That making any sense?
No, not at all.
Let me go to the lines. Let me see if you have sensible people in Trinidad.
I mean, the line's up, but we can't, boy.
Oh God, we gotta go for a break.
Yeah, go for a break.
Okay, people, hold the line.
We can take one.
Take one. Caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yesterday I see they started campaign already, you know.
Yeah.
The PNM, you know. The people see them and they're suffering more than me and you. People see them with the red jersey yesterday, all in the promenade. Yeah, the people them good but big Sunday, boy. Yeah, they are not doing it out before they stay on the house and eat a nice food and that's breakfast. Or they're going to campaign for the PNN. But they're good boys.
All right, caller. Let's go for that break now.
They get what it. Sorry, they take what they get. And you know, ironically, some of the people down there just down there to have fun. I'm making sure I make that clear. Some of the people that went on there in a red shit just went on there for the sports and family.
David Welch, you know the meaning of IDC?
Okay, all right. Anyway, I like it. All right. Anyway, for all of you on the live stream right now, because there's a lot of you looking at us on YouTube, we want to thank you so much for being here. Remember to share the live as much as possible. And if at all you need to step out your house or, you know, you're stepping away from your internet box, just be reminded that Digicel has you covered. So if you need data on the go, get a pre-loaded SIM for as low as $40, available at any store where you see a Digicel sign on the outside. Spot the Digicel sign, get a new number, pre-loaded data, and more. And also for all Digicel customers, spin to win. Win up to $750 weekly in cash. Digicel customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter. Enter now for your chance to win cash weekly. Ready to brighten up your space the right way? Don't settle for ordinary. Step into brilliance. At Trinity Lighting ETC Limited, they bring you over 20 years of experience in bulbs, specialty lighting, and hard-to-find lighting parts. Not sure what you need? Our knowledgeable team is ready to guide you. Whether it is your home, medical, commercial, marine, or business, they deliver quality you can trust at prices you love. Buy 460 watts E27 LED bulbs and get 2 free. Three 100 watts and get 1 free for $112.50. Or 2 4-feet LED tubes for only $112.50, and much more. Visit them today at 123 Western Main Road, St. James, Port of Spain. Call 868-628-8373. WhatsApp 868-461-8620 or email trinityetc@yahoo.com. Trinity Lighting ETC Limited. We light up your life. And stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago. If you have not joined the credit union just yet, then Police Credit Union might be for you. More right after this.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back on the inside. Literally 2 minutes before we go all the way to the top. You're not reading news for us there Mr. Augustus?
No, that's recorded.
All right, well, welcome back on the inside. Literally, we don't have time.
We don't have time. What?
We don't have talk time. Now go straight to the phone lines. Yes, caller.
Hello, good afternoon, both David and Heavy Day.
We are like 20 seconds. RL, sorry.
Yeah, we gotta go for the play. Go ahead.
David, just to tell you, forget that people, you can laugh how much you want. It's helpful, like a therapy.
Yeah.
Like a therapy when you laugh, because if you're not laughing, you get vexing. You'll be vexing. So
Agreed.
it's better to laugh over them. Some of them already have brain damage, you know.
Agreed.
Some of them have brain damage, so they won't understand where they're coming from.
Agreed.
Never to laugh.
I agree with you. Thanks so much. Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you so much, caller.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, stay tuned again. We will be back here at 5. Give me 5. What time is it? 4:15. All right, so we go into your NLCB and then straight to your news. Stay tuned to Talk City 91.1 FM, your address for talk.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back on the inside. And remember, for those of you that are viewing on the go, rather, on the YouTube platform or Facebook, Digicel is the way to go for all you new customers. Need data on the go? Get a preloaded SIM card for as low as $40. Available at any store where you see a Digicel sign on the outside. spot the digital sign, get a new number, preloaded data, and more. And for all digital customers, spin to win up to $750 weekly in cash. Digital customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter. Enter now for your chance to win cash weekly. And we are back under the radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch, 416 right now in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Heavy.
Right, so we are back.
Let's go to the phone lines.
Let's go to the phone lines because they have been waiting a very long time.
All right, so the numbers to call, 622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. And we have a break to take at 30, so now is the time to call. I guess we are real breaks today. All right, so call the phone lines right now, 622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. Someone saying here, Heavy and David, I hope this government can get some sort of proportional representation. I mean, if we're talking that, we could find out more from Kyle Tackle-Sing tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow.
Right.
We will deal with that.
So tune in tomorrow. That question would be answered tomorrow. All right, here we go. Caller, you're live. Caller.
Heavy, what's up?
Good evening, leave it there. Good afternoon.
Continue selling your dreams.
I selling my
David.
dreams.
Last week you said how PNM thief Macandal Daga say like they give them a license to thief. Jack Warner says some of them couldn't even buy a doubles. They make the PNM look like a saint with a halo over the head. They thief themselves right out of office. Why you think they get 5 years? Heavy, you're saying only will be there 8 or 9 years? Selling dreams, Heavy. I will leave it there.
622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. Those are the numbers to call. And we're on progress with TNT as well. From what we spoke about happening in the energy
I wanted
sector
to read over that whole article again. Huh?
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Caller.
Good morning.
Yes.
To Brother Dear, Brother
Mr.
David,
Tabakit.
and Brother Heavy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He says, Tabakit, you're breaking up a little bit, man.
Yeah, you're breaking up, Tabakit.
Hold on. Are you getting me now?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
you
we get you now.
Okay, well, I had to call because if I don't call, David will say, Tabakit.
You don't know.
So let's get on to the editorial. You see, I'll tell you what made the predecessor government a good government. And three things I use to describe the predecessor administration. People-centered,
Yeah.
people-driven,
Yeah.
and labor-oriented. And let me repeat this. It is noteworthy to repeat. People-centered, people-driven, and labor-oriented.
Correct.
And when you have a government like that, that is what we say, bringing government closer to the people, to the goods, the wealth of the nation.
Correct.
And that is what, when we use that term, we talk in terms of good government. And Brother Heavy was right in his editorial, where there is greater days and you start seeing it. You look at the energy sector. You look, for instance, at all the sectors. Look what started to happen in HDC with Saddam. We can now look at Jolene John, the Ministry of Works. She hit the ground. She's running. You look at Sister Khadija Amin in regards to local government. You look at Ratiram with agriculture, where he is going to boost the agriculture sector. You look Michelle Benjamin in terms of art and all this kind of thing. And we have our boy who is foreign affairs, who is ensuring that happens. And to make a long story short, this is what we call good governance. So I am saying
This is not the PNM coulda, woulda, shoulda. And I want to say something to Penny Beckles. If you want to talk corruption and you're talking to bring back CETA, you must tell us, Miss Beckles, when you was minister, how much of your family and job for the boys, job for the girls. So Penny Beckles, you're the last person to pull anybody over the coal. You sat for 10 years in the Rowley administration and you was like Alice in Wonderland. Well, let me say it now. Penny in Wonderland under the Rowley administration. And as I take my leave, let me repeat. The Prasad-Bissessar administration, her governance model is quite simple. People-driven, labor-oriented, and that is what we're talking about. Bringing people closer to the government, taking the wealth of the nation and develop the country. I am giving the Honorable Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, and her administration 100 out of 100 because they had to take a heavy and David, don't forget, they came in on the backdrop of 10 years with mass corruption, and anything you could think about. The Rowley Stuart Young was the most corrupted administration. And Beckles, yes, Penny Beckles stayed right there, and she see all of this corruption. So when you want to point out corruption in HDC, Penny Tabakit is asking, who is your daddy? Marabuntas or your Roxo Tabakit out and out?
Who's your daddy as well? All right, Mr. Tabakit, thanks so much for that. Thank you so much. On the YouTube side of things, Patience is saying, welcome, Ensto. I hope... Ooh, Jesus, I can't read that one. That one not in favor. Anyway.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that ain't too good. Let's see. Let me vet the YouTube, because YouTube be vulgar.
Vet the YouTube,
Let me vet the YouTube. Caller.
We don't want to kind of do everything coming across.
Agree. Caller, you live.
Yeah, afternoon, Mr. Welch.
Yeah, man.
Good afternoon.
Yes, man. Nice program again, as usual. You know, when I look at all the ministries and everything, you know, in the past regime, nothing was functioning. And when you look now, you see all those ministry of sports, culture, just like what Tabakit did just now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone you're seeing really making changes then. And I stand, so it's just like what you were saying before, you know, when you hear things start to roll out now, everything will fall in place. Because they're doing the homework right and the groundwork right now. But people now, some of them thought because the government changed now, the same modus operandi now.
Yeah.
The PNM is around the sea now. They tell said the UNC go do that. But it's not so. Because the former Prime Minister now, he tell them that don't fall in love with office. He tell them, what you do? What do you do when they fall in love? What do they do? They rape, they rob, they do all kind of things. But this Prime Minister now, she tell them like it is flat. Anytime you play the fool, I will cough you down. In other words, you know what she mean then?
Yeah.
Right? You got to get rid of you. So she put on and let them know one time that it's not about all you. It's about the people.
Correct.
And if the people centered, you see that? Right there, yeah. We're in a good place.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
We're in a good place. Honestly, we are. Someone saying here, this is the place to come for good news, etc. Tell PNM any comments? I don't understand that. They come out for we.
They get a job. They get a mandate to come on this show and create bacchanal.
Clearly.
Mr. Leave it there. The UNC will be here in 8 to 10 years from now. The question you must ask yourself is if you will be around in life to see it.
Hey, I read in the comments, You know somebody say in the comments, this funny, I'll just read it now.
Yeah.
There's a Mr. Welch read the YouTube better than you vet your permits.
That you vet your what?
My permit. You
My
understand
God.
the story? You understand the
Your
story?
permit? What am your permit?
it had a time is I think 2022. Police say I was driving around without a valid permit. That's what they say. The court ruled differently, yeah, but as you say, it's court of public opinion, and then justice actually. So, but anyway. 622-4911, 622-4911, We're taking all of your calls just before we take the commercial break and then come back. The good thing though, Heavy, is that after 4, technically after 5 is our hour to talk, because it have no...
Right.
It have ads, but it don't have like promo ads that I have to take on time. You know what I mean? Right? So,
Yes.
So 622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. Your time to shine, Trinidad and Tobago.
If you have time, if you have nobody on the line, you can take a reading the thing with ExxonMobil from a place again.
ExxonMobil. All right, my apologies. Let me get to this here. All right, so ExxonMobil says Trinidad and Tobago's offshore geology has similarities with deep water reservoirs in Guyana and Analog. All right, adding to signs of renewed exploration interest in the country's deep water acreage. According to Oil Now, ExxonMobil Vice President and Exploration John Drill said the company is looking for similar deep water oil reservoirs offshore in Trinidad and Tobago. He made the comments during the Offshore Technology Conference in Houston, where he noted that early in interpretation during... noted that early interpretation from Exxon's work offshore Trinidad and Tobago points to comparable deep water system. The comment comes as ExxonMobil continues to expand its regional exploration portfolio. Right, so that means that from just looking in Trinidad and Tobago at the moment, they are seeing great potential, and they're ready to start the official channels of drilling, etc. Caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, man.
Heavy and David Welch.
Yeah,
and I want to respond to a caller that I've heard the program, which is the talk show ways, that how talk show is done. And that caller so lucky that my voice didn't make it to the machinery of the Himalayan office right now, but I'm still going to support them anyhow. Now, you talk about corruption under the UNC from 2015, from 2010 to 2015, that this Macaulay Daga said this and said that. I want to tell you something, my brother. If there are any evidence of that kind of corruption that them running the propaganda machine, they would have locked up real UNC ministers in that 9-year term, knowing Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young in Britain then. If when the president term is up, the only person to pardon in the country, then you will hear about political crime, political prejudice, you will hear about everything that politicians do that is wrong. You will hear it come up. It's just a matter of time, and I want to tell the people from Trinidad and Tobago something. Let us trust the Prime Minister. She told us to hold on as a people. Said you heard me read something there just now, and that is what's sending the PNM mad right now. That is going to send the propaganda machine into a different gear. And let me tell you something, people of Trinidad and Tobago, have no fear. We will hold on, and the PNM is going to stay where they is for a very long time because they are doing an excellent job in opposition. So that's the Trinidad and Tobago.
Agreed. Thanks so much. And this one is for Penelope Beckles, boy. Penelope Beckles of the opinion that, again, she could talk about anything in Trinidad and Tobago. So she called on Kamala to break her silence or something on the whole landmark TT issue and then NGC issue as well, with them pulling away from the Moody report, right? And just a bit. There's time for the callers. Caller.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, caller.
Yeah, heavily on David.
Yes.
I don't know where the subject matter.
No, go ahead.
But I'm calling because I listened to somebody just now. Let me give people this information. There are 2 beaches, one in the east and one in the south. Longest and broadest beaches in Trinidad and Tobago. It's full of sand. And let me tell you, the people in them who don't want to hear but what these people do for the last 9 and how much years, go up there and bury all the head in the sand and wait for Belgroves, and Allens are
This one
gone.
come. This one come. Bitter boy.
Caller. Caller, you live.
Caller. Caller.
All right, just left there. All right, 6224911, 62249. Actually, no. Let me go for that break.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's go for the break.
Yeah, let's go for that break.
Yeah, let's go for the break
All
and
right?
come back.
And then when we come back, we'll talk more on what we were saying there. But again, for all of you on the go, and those of you that are here with us right now on YouTube, whether you're viewing us on Facebook as well, if you need data on the go, get a pre-loaded SIM card for as low as $40. Available at any store where you see a digital sign on the outside. Spot the digital sign, get a new number, pre-loaded data, and more. And for all you current digital customers, win up to $750 weekly in cash. That's a spin to win. Digital customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter. Enter now for the chance to win cash weekly. Stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago. We will be right back right after this on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, 4:36 right now in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We are back under the radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch, and we are going straight back to the phone lines. Caller, you live?
Yes, gentlemen, Heavy and David. What I'm saying, if Penny allow, you hear me?
Of course, yeah, we hear you.
If Penny allow to get you with this. Remember, the UNC in power, and all of them ministers and senators have all the leverage in the hand. Corruption go start back pell-mell, down the road, because this is a serious thing. And this thing supposed to don't be in the hands of the police to get rid of them and jail them, because corruption could start with the UNC, because everybody could start to do, you can't tell them nothing, Once they start to do things and right, because I had the power and the UNC had the power, But Penny Beckles want to continue the way with Keith Rowley, this evil, wicked kind of way. Have a good day, fellas.
Yes, thank you so much.
Anyway, so the Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, is being called out by the opposition leader, Penelope Beckles, now, with Penelope Beckles calling on PM to clear the air on what the United National Congress appointed National Gas Company Board was, hiding from Moody's credit rating. All right? And then furthermore, she called them out on Landmark TT as well. But it's a choice of words, because on social media for the past few days, Heavy, I am of the opinion that this country just probably blind every time Kamala comes into office.
Telling me?
Because you can't, even for persons in the comment section right now or just listening on the airwaves right now, all right? Trinidad and Tobago, our government appoints the board. Because the board of any company is supposed to enact the will of the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. All right? It is to ensure that government policy from the cabinet level is pushed throughout the entire country. It's not a bubble thing. It's none of that, you know. The people acting as though for Landmark TT or for NGC or any board, as a matter of fact, it's called a state board for a reason. It is the board of directors that are governing the country, not just the country, but the company in its sense. That seeks to work with the CEO and ensure that the CEO policies or the government mandate is followed in the not even in the ministry, in those companies.
Correct.
I don't think it's something hard to understand.
Nope.
When we talk about appointing a board, or this one sitting on that board and that one sitting on the board, and you say, well, it's politically motivated. So how you just get on a board? People vote for you to go on a board or something? Qualifications to put you on a board?
Nope.
It should.
It should.
But it doesn't. Even in the private sector, it doesn't. You could go and open a registered company today, Heavy. You become the board of directors. You are the person in charge of the company, whether you have the skill sets to run it or not. I don't think that is something difficult for the people to understand. But apparently this only now start happening. Alright? It only now start happening, like Kamala Prasad says here. And I starting to wonder, what about Newman George? What about all the people like Keith Rowley appointed to several state boards in Trinidad and Tobago? Who you think was heading NGC or RBL Financial Grouping or Limited, whatever?
Yeah.
Right? It is PNM people that were there. People that have allegiance to the People's National Movement.
And stick up in right there, David. You saw the video with the OPR?
Yeah.
Here it is. I was asking myself all the time, why is there a problem now, right, from the OPR with the awarding of contracts, right, by a company that is willing to put forth all the money to build the house without any taxpayers dollars being used, and the agency is going forth with this group of companies that is putting their money towards building houses for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And I find it fishy. What's the problem? I don't see the OPR having a problem with this. The OPR is there to protect, right, the awarding of contracts, to make sure everybody is in compliance with the law and there's no bid rigging and all these things was going on, and no favoritism and nepotism, right? Because the OPR is there to protect the interests of the people of Trinidad and Tobago and the tax-paying dollars.
You say that, but I'll let you finish.
This is what I'm saying. Then the next scandal came out with regards to the land company that
Landmark TT.
The Landmark TT, right? And the OPR again name calling. And I was like, how come the OPR? Only to find out that the head of the OPR is a PNM. You remember when I did a show in the early days with you and I, when we were on the 68 show, and I told you that the PNM have planted their stooges in everything to make sure that it is difficult for any other party to run this country properly.
Yep.
I told you there's PNM in the EBC, in the nurses, we are dealing with the nurses situation. I told you the PNM in the army, in the police service, in every single public servant's portfolio, there's a PNM in charge somebody because they make sure put them in there. This lady was in Wassa and appointed by Marvelous Marva, right? And then they move her from there and put her in charge of the OPR in 2023.
Yep. What's her name? Ramdas something, right?
Something she name is.
Something Ramdas.
She is in the OPR making mischief to make sure that the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago ain't get no house bill under this administration. That is her plot and her plan. That is her mandate. But for some reason, in 2023 and 2024, into 2025, before the general election, you pass all these constructions and all these contracts.
Heavy. I know you have voice on radio, but I feel like you should see that just one more time. All right? The parts where PNM have the cliques and everything. Because there are some persons that not hearing you saying that or not understanding it. And trust me.
I did it on the 69. Try to do it here now. Right? How much time we have?
We have time.
You sure you want to do that in last hour?
No, you can start. Go ahead. Trust me, we have time. I mean, you just have blue waters, but we have time.
You sure?
Yeah.
Play the work. Trinidad and Tobago. I have said this many times before, but I said it once before on this particular radio station. But I'm going to reiterate again. Push it up a little bit for me, please. Right. The cult that is called the PNM is a dangerous institution where they indoctrinate children to become a loyal member via their brainwashed parents. In the first 30 years from 1956 to 1984 or 1986, the PNM has governed this country without any form of resistance. None whatsoever.
Zero.
There was nothing called opposition. They ran this country for 30 plus years. And in that 30 years, they came up with a plan.
What's the plan?
The plan is, instead of we push Trinidad and Tobago as a nation, we'll push that Trinidad and Tobago is PNM country.
No, man.
I want you to go on YouTube right now. Go on Google right now. Go on any Wikipedia, ChatGPT, and say, type in picture of Eric Williams. Type in that photo of Eric Williams. And if you see 10 photos of Eric Williams, you'll always see that badize on his tie.
Yes, boy.
You will never see the coat of arms. You will never see a pin with the Trinidad and Tobago flag, red, white, and black.
Sure, right?
You will see he forever wears that badize around his tie. Even if he go internationally.
Yeah, man.
He was hell-bent of making here a PNM country. It had nothing like nation building. What it had was PNM building. That's what it had. And if you disagreed with anything. If you didn't jump and follow suit, you would have been victimized and chastised. You would have eaten the bread that the devil need in this country in those days. That was the seed that was sown. And they literally put their stooges, their most loyal, in strategic positions in the DPP office, in the chief of police, police commissioner, the chief justice, the head of the speaker of the house, the head of the armed forces, in both the army, the military, fire service. They will put heads in every single nook and cranny, even in the EBC.
I want to join the editorial now.
Come in.
I want to join it. We had to join with us.
Any views or opinions expressed are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
Did you see the photo? You didn't get the photo?
It's not the photo I'm looking for now, boy. It's the names.
Is the memes?
It's the names.
The names.
I want names. You call Speaker of the House like you afraid to call name.
I see. I'm going back to from them time to now. There were many speakers of the House, but everyone.
No, heavy.
Listen,
there's one particular that destroyed.
I don't want to go back to the last one in the last 9 years because we all know she was like
Who
that.
destroyed the country?
Listen, let me don't switch. Because we're dealing with the stooges that are put in place in different boards, in different positions.
We could go to Alan Warner.
Don't call no names.
We could go to Michael Kwamena.
Don't call no names.
We could go to Gilbert Peterson.
Don't call no names.
We could go to Emil Elias.
Don't call no names.
What about Newman George? Or what about Nazim Bash?
Each and every one. Was that what?
A friend, a family, a financier of the PNM.
So when the UNC won the election in 2025, I'm going to tell you exactly what was going on. I can talk it now. There was a political stooge, a political PNM stooge was appointed and her contract renewed in the AGC for 3 years. A week before election, they renewed her contract for 3 years. She was some CEO, general manager, something inside there. And when they renewed her contract, she immediately renewed strategic positions in the AGC, especially the person who was in charge to do allocations.
Rigging, nepotism.
Right? So and this was done not only in the AGC, but in every single government institution that had a chief executive officer or a CEO, one of them inside there, a position that was appointed. Renewed contracts. Now, when the UNC get in there and they realize, all right, we in power now, we run it. These people put jobs was to stop, block anything that this new administration was trying to do. And she was doing that. Nobody could not be hired in the AGC. Nobody could not be fired. No allocation of houses, no contracts awarded. Till the garbage contracts in AGC places wasn't being picked up because she refused to co-sign the checks to pay the garbage contractors to pick up the garbage. But guess what? They couldn't fire her because they would have to pay her off. Remember, she have a binding contract with the government for 3 years. And her salary would have cost taxpayers in the millions to pay her off and send her home. So what the government did, they made a deputy CEO, a position created to mirror hers, right? And that position now is to make sure that she does not overwrite or underwrite anything the government was doing. But still, remember, she is the CEO. So she still had a sign off. So that position was just to make sure she don't do anything else other than what they wanted to do. And this is just an example of what the government, the new government, this government had to face in every single ministry or every single public office with these people. Remember, people didn't want to resign and all these kind of thing, right? This is because strategically
they're in everything.
They're in everything.
In
every way you go, David Welch, in this country, there's PNM in there to sabotage the resistance. You ever saw the resistance in France? They are in there to make sure nothing will run smoothly, to make sure the government feel and won't make them dangerous. The loyal.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Then we take our call.
622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. And on that heels, as Heavy gave us that beautiful editorial there, we make sure and say that what the PNM asking for in regards to Canada must fire this one and that one and the other one and his only friends and families getting contract. Let's just be mindful of who benefits when PNM was in charge. All right? Like Alison West, Anthony Garcia, Noel Garcia, Cohen Garcia, and all of these people. And Cohen is
wait, now all of them is family?
Family. Caller.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Heavy, I was listening to you earlier, and I'm trying to figure out something. Are you contending that the procurement regulator is acting contrary to law?
No. What we are saying is that the procurement officer and the people in charge there are PNM planted stooges.
Correct.
All right.
And
okay, everybody's entitled to an opinion.
That's not an opinion. That is a fact.
That's a fact.
But you know, when you are given a job and you have a job title, there are terms of reference with respect to that job. And you must act according to law because there's a charge that is called misbehavior in public office. So that if it is that the procurement regulator is acting contrary to law, then you have the right to take her to court to show the court.
No one said she was acting contrary to law. We are saying she's biased.
She's acting within the law then.
No. She is biased. Right?
She is biased.
Right, because she was listen.
Procurement regulators have fiefdom.
She's using that portfolio, right, in order to put obstacles in progress.
Are you
Wait,
calling the
she's
law
putting.
of
Listen to me. Listen.
Regulation is concerned and
This have nothing to do with the laws of Trinidad and Tobago. Because if she were following the laws of Trinidad and Tobago in 2023, she would never awarded contracts to a sitting MP, also a minister and his family, and give them AGC contracts. Listen.
Did you then raise a red flag?
Hello.
Yes.
This is public knowledge, right?
Well,
this is public knowledge. Don't try to come here and spew propaganda on national radio.
My position is that if you, Heavy, was director of the procurement office and a public individual pointed out to you that this matter that took place is contrary to the procurement regulation, you are mandated by law to act.
I am not an officer.
If you did not act,
Listen.
then you would be misbehaving in public office.
How you want her to act, and the person who put her there is the person and them is the person and them who put her there.
That has nothing to do with her.
That has everything to do with her. That is everything. She didn't go there under the pretense that she protecting the public servants and Trinidad and Tobago interests. She went there to protect her party's interests. So when a former minister who had $3 million in contract being paid every month for him and his family to clean our grounds down in the central, right? Every month, her position was allow that to take place with taxpayers' money. But now this government is not even using taxpayers' money, and she have a problem with it.
My position is that the procurement regulator cannot act contrary to law.
Who tell you that?
Of reference of her office.
No one said
and
that.
If she does that, she will be misbehaving in public.
But she already did. She already did under the PNM. She did that under the PNM in 2023, in 2024. But who is going to fire her in 2023 and 2024 if they put her there to rubber stamp everything?
No. There is no.
Who is going to hold her accountable?
Time limit
Eric.
on an issue like that.
Eric, who is going to hold her accountable in 2023 and 2024 and late 2025 when she was there just to rubber stamp everything and say, okay, go ahead?
I am saying to you that if she did something wrong in 2022 or 2025, she should be fired today for it.
Eric, you are your viewpoints are sometimes, not even sometimes, all the times concerning. Because hold on, Eric, hold on.
When someone is given a job,
hold on. Eric, you want to
act within the confines, the four walls of those two.
Yeah, Eric, but listen.
Anytime you act contrary to it,
Eric,
then you are abusing your office.
No. Listen.
Typical PNM behavior.
Yeah, but the thing is, no one, you hear heavy, no one said that she acted contrary to law just yet, No one said that. Hold the line. I'll put you on mute for a quick second. All right, listen, and I'll unmute you when I finish, right? No one said that she's acting contrary to law right now. You didn't say that.
No.
You brought a narrative and a point that the procurement or the office of the procurement regulator is operating biasly and compromised to every level.
Compromise.
Only because whenever you have this government today wants to build homes in Trinidad and Tobago, that's a fact.
Right.
The government is not utilizing public funds to build those homes, but private funds.
Correct.
And what you have is just a procurement regulator engaging in obstacles.
Correct.
Putting obstacles in the way.
Yep.
Because when she first said that, hey, this is halted because we're investigating, NH come out, try to bring up all type of things to the procurement regulator, and that gets shut down immediately. Which means that they're not seeing any level of corruption.
There's no corruption in that.
It is obstacles that the OPR is putting in the way of the government.
But where was those obstacles under the PNM?
That is the point that you're making.
That's the point I'm
making.
That's the point.
Have you went back and draw a point for you and say this is what was taking place under the period 2015 to 2025?
Yes.
And nothing was being said by the Office of the Procurement Regulator?
No obstacles at all.
Nothing at all.
She rubber stamp everything. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
And that is not saying that...
And that was the taxpayers' money, eh?
Correct.
Yeah.
And that is not... Heavy is not saying that... Because it was done back then, it is contrary to the law and contrary to this and contrary to that.
Correct.
Heavy is making a point, and the point is valid. Eric.
David and Heavy, I want to make this point to you.
Go ahead.
If it is that this situation did not involve public property, the Office of Procurement Regulator has nothing to do with it. But what involves public assets or public funds, they have a lot to say about it.
And that is untrue.
The fact is that it involves state land.
Eric, you are absolutely wrong. Huh?
You're being facetious.
100% wrong.
Yes, you're wrong.
What make it wrong?
Because it doesn't matter if it's public property or not. It is the government that is engaging in procurement. The procurement regulator has the oversight.
Right.
And the thing is, the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago stated that they are guided by the OPR. So what's your point?
No, they said that. They said that. The government said that.
Right.
The Office of Procurement Regulator didn't say that. If the Office of Procurement Regulator to say yes, they are in full compliance. And we got to wait and see what happens. Because at the end of the day, I would end by stating no one who hold an office that are contrary to the rules that govern that office. If it did, it would be misbehavior in public office.
Yes? You're shifting the goalposts and you refuse to understand because you have on a political hat. You do enjoy the rest of the day, sir.
You too.
Yeah?
My brain cells gone. Caller, you're live.
Yeah, afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
You all are quite right. The problem is that once you are just coming for a 1 5 year and a 1 5 years of government, which is what happened to the UNC right now, you operate with a hostile public service, a hostile president, a hostile CARICOM, a hostile independent senator, hostile everything.
Everything.
Correct.
And that is why we will only get control, proper control of the country when we get 2 terms. I believe we're going to get 2 terms this time.
Yeah.
I believe we're getting 2 terms this time, and then things will change.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Now, the government has hostility all around them.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Caller, you're live. Caller.
Hey, DJ Heavy, good day.
Yeah, good day.
Something narrated. Would you say you trust John Jeremy?
Would I say I trust John Jeremy?
Yeah, he was a PNM.
General.
If he was a PNM?
Of course.
What are you talking about? John Jeremy, the Attorney General? Yes, I do.
Based on the narrative that all these agencies and these things are PNM stooges, as David just said. So why is it that the UNC hired John Jeremy and he was a PNM?
Well,
John, go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, to be,
I'll listen off.
No problem. We're going to be the phone lines up, so we ain't going to spend too much time.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
To be clear, when the Attorney General John Jeremy came across, he said that he seen the light at the end of the tunnel with the United National Congress. So you can miss me with the nudge.
And he was a PNM under the Patrick Manning days.
Yeah.
Right? Not this format. That's the last government day. And there's a lot of PNM people who was disenchanted and left the PNM.
Switch across.
Yeah.
Which is fine to do.
Yeah.
Right? Caller.
David, good evening. Heavy.
Yes, brother.
Sawa here.
Hey, Sawa, what's up, my man, brother?
Well, your boy, I ain't complaining. When you hear this piece of Phil coming, he will talk to you, and nothing he says it will make sense. You could tell you what, he will always have the same total at the end of the sum, or the math problem. We're wasting time with it. Don't give him time. You kill time on the radio and Hamburg, other people from calling. These are failures to humanity. They have no purpose in life besides for corruption and free and crookedness and people. The curse from 1956 to present here, the doom, and they will never see the doors of power again. God is a great God. They have to write them off because they suffer black people in this country. For years they suffer them and they can't see it because it's a culture. Great is the PNM for separation.
All right, brother. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Good
Mr.
afternoon, Tabaki.
Mr. You can't do it too long, eh?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, I'm not doing it too long. But you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
I had to come in with that editorial. You hearing me, brother?
Go ahead, we hear you. Go ahead, we hear you.
Right. Now I had to come in with that editorial. I'll tell you what. The head of the OPR was appointed by a PNM president. I don't know if people know that. And Heavy and David, you all should have spelled it out and rubbed the salt in the wound. Let Tabaki do it this evening.
Yes.
The head of the OPR was appointed by Christine Kangaloo, who is a PNM president.
Yeah.
And how I call all these people in public servants all there, I put the name for them. They are pressure group. Let me repeat this. There is no other name or no other term to call them but their pressure group. So they are here to frustrate the government.
Yeah.
Heavy and TC, listen to this.
Heavy and David.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Heavy and David, listen to this. And is the same styling in terms of private partnership was used under the PNM to build HDC houses?
Yep. No, they didn't do that.
Where was the head of the OPR then?
Well, they didn't build anything really, yeah, but go ahead.
No, they built one.
Which one?
On the Monrepo down there by the fire station.
Mm-hmm.
They built, yes, that private partnership, that big hotel there. That
okay.
HDC building.
Yeah.
Yeah, they built one there. He also on the international waterfront, they built some building and they started there.
Yeah, continue, Tabakit.
Yes.
We're running out of time. Continue quick.
All right. Well, to make a long story short, let me rub the salt in the wound properly. The head of the OPR, PNM, she was appointed by PNM president, and I call her the head of the OPR. She's a pressure group for Penny Beckles and the PNM. Tabakit out and all.
All right, thank you, Tabakit.
Thanks so much. Brother, that get me confused.
You're going to check it? I like how you're going to check to make sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
We will get on that. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
The OPR didn't, because the OPR didn't make no noise about it.
About this, yeah.
They did enter into public-private partnership, expanding housing delivery for non-taxpayers' money, creating over 1,540 units by allocating 10 parcels of land. So they're complaining about if they do the same thing. Anyway, yes. 510 6224911 6224911. We'll take two more before we go to the commercial break. I like that someone responded immediately with the John Jeremy thing. John Jeremy said, I thought I had left the political space for all time until I awoke to the realization that nobody was even trying to fix this country. My colleagues in government seemed bent on shouting, as a PNM at the time, shouting at and insulting the population into accepting things as they were. All right, so that's why he rejoined politics, and he joined under the United National Congress. Scholar.
Yeah, I Heavy and David by Snakey, the Balizé and the Viking had. The Balizé good for his contribution from Eric William days by them as you was the Erica Alway Bonnie and Johola and them. Yeah, blessed up here.
Thanks so much. Just go a quick break. Caller. Caller, you're live.
Happy, how you going?
Granny.
How you going, Granny?
David Price, how you going?
I good. Go ahead, Granny.
Well, I called because I'll have to call and say hello to all you too.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
So I called to say hello, all you people there.
All right, thank you, Granny.
Thanks so much. Yeah, well, calls by 6224911 6224911. Remember, that's the phone lines. Caller.
Yes, Heavy.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, now you see it, and you're correct, because everything on Google there you could find it, right?
Yeah.
You're wearing the party symbol anywhere you go.
Anywhere you go,
Balizé.
Balizé. Yeah.
Right? But what I could say no is people who didn't have the eyes and the ears to see this election going late. Because when they was doing the count, the first time he ever history of politics I see this in this country, the EBG is supposed to call out who win and who lost.
Yeah.
Just imagine that the former come out before and say they concede defeat.
Yeah.
Right? I want that supposed to be coming from the EBC, not so?
Yeah.
You understand? So people who have eyes to see could see. You see, now, I believe, for me now, that the PNM, they get en masse right down where they have no underwear. The only thing that they're trying to look to save them is the people that they plant in all of these institutions over the years to try now to disrupt the government now from fulfilling the mandate.
Agreed.
But I will say this. I, as a man now, and I will let support people know, even though the government now have finished the man already do 50% of the mandate in the first 2.5, 3 years in office, we had to support them still. We had to break that cycle because who they planned it, trying to hold it back.
Correct.
Let's teach them information and bring it forward every day. Now it's not a long time. Now it's a different time now. And the government putting the information outside on all medias, so the people are hearing it and they commenting on things and they know what to do then. Because you know why? The people centered. I'm gone.
Thank you,
so
caller.
much. Thanks so much. Caller, you're live.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, man.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. First time caller here.
Welcome. Where you calling us from?
I'm calling from QF.
QF. All right, QF.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Have you, I met you about a week ago, boy, in Shop Summer. You was walking by yourself, evening late.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I shake your hand. Yeah. I tell you how I call.
Yeah.
So I called you. I just called to say hi, and you're doing a wonderful job. You're spot on with your editorial, I must say.
Thank you.
And to the caller who asked you if you trust John Jeremy, I just wanted to ask him if you trust Gypsy.
Chips.
Have a nice evening, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Hey, listen, it's 6224911. If you're not getting through to the phone line, just call back again and we'll try to get you through, all right? I must say, this is, hold on, I can't say that just yet. Let me get something first. Heavy, hold on. Hold on, which part it is, boy? Where it is. Right.
Yeah.
Let me just say this, Heavy. 500 viewers across platforms.
You're lying.
We deserve that. We deserve that one, right?
Yeah.
Caller.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
I come back again. I always like to say my age, because I wonder over these old people and these other people just thinking, because I am 78 years. I born in 1947. In 1956, I was 9 years. I don't know if I tell all you. 9 years I support PNM, when I was 9.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right, you understand? I live at 10. I leave them at 10.
You live at 10.
No, that ain't no joke.
Go ahead.
I was so glad when I reached 21 to vote against them. You understand? I don't know the people will be thinking. And let me tell you something. I say, sorry, I am going to call his name. That fellow who just called a while ago.
Yeah.
All they had to be careful with here because he go try to jam all in a corner and what is called say things against people and police get what you call it, these to get sued, You understand? Be careful with that, man. Be careful with he and the partner. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what them there for. If you understand what I say.
We do.
Yeah, right. Don't make let him always say anything that because they might get emotional and say something again like the OPR. You understand? Anyway.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, brother.
The beaches I was talking about is the beaches at the Manzanilla and Lucero. People like them fellas should go there and bury their head in that sand because there are plenty sand,
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Thanks so much. Caller.
Heavy.
Yes, leave it there.
Why you think the government can go in the parliament on a political platform and tell the people, we have a document. We got a document. We obtain a document. Where you think they got those documents from, Heavy? I will leave it there.
Happening now, though, as we speak, is the Minister of Energy and Energy Industries and Member of Parliament for Oropouche East, Dr. Rudal Munilal, as well as the Public Utilities Minister, Barry Padarat. They're currently on site at a visit of the Petrotrin Sports Club on Clark Road, Penal. And this is ahead of the upcoming India Arrival Day function hosted by the Prime Minister Kamala Prasad, SC MP. So there's some good things there as well. Anyway, we want to say thank you, honestly, to all of the viewers, really and truly.
Yes.
We are literally bordering the 500 marker, which will break, at least for the time that I know, the history for Talk City 91.1 on social media.
Yep.
Particularly the YouTube page. Actually, we have already broken it across platforms. Right now, 500 plus viewers across platforms, and that does not equate to the more listening on radio as well. This is Talk City 91.1 FM, your address for Talk Radio. For those of you on the YouTube, if you're driving, you can catch us on, in your vehicles. Just look for 91.1 FM on the vehicle, on the, the frequency. And then, across, social media, Talk City 91.1 FM. So thank you so much to everyone viewing. I don't know, you want to say anything, Evie?
Nope.
You want to say this is the number one show, nothing?
Well, I already said that.
Yeah, say it again.
I'm kind of happy that we reached the 500 mark, right? I think we are the first show that reached those numbers.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Caller, last one.
Yeah, evening again, gentlemen.
Yes, brother.
This time, I just want to tell you all don't see anything yet. You all are going to mash up the airwaves. That combination of both of you cannot be beaten. It's going to set a new thing in talk show. And I listen to talk show a million years and participated in talk shows a million years now.
Right.
I don't use any name.
Okay. But your voice sound familiar because...
the best of the best.
Your voice sound very familiar. You should call our show when I was over near that frequency?
I call all talk shows.
All right.
All.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Thank you very
so
much.
No, seriously.
They are known.
Thank you to people in the comments giving themselves some praises right now. So big up the YouTube.
Big up the YouTube,
right?
man.
Thank you, YouTube, so very much for
share the live.
We had to remember. I don't know. I know you are custom heavy.
Because when I was on the other frequency, we had numbers like 4,000 and 5,000 and things.
Damn.
Yeah.
But people choosing to listen to this show under the radar, this is where people chooses to listen to spend the afternoon. I know you're telling me this was drive time and you will see.
I told you that. So when we go drive time, you will see.
But it's more than just that as well now, Heavy, because you came from a different frequency. People came to hear you.
Yeah.
Right? They move across to hear you. This is something else. And particularly thank you.
And all this is new to you too.
Yeah. Thank you, YouTube.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned though. We have some breaks to take.
Yeah, we're going to be back.
I feel like I need some stamina energy. Hey. All right, stay tuned. Trinidad and Tobago. We're going for a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Stamina energy. Rise to the occasion.
Energy starts here.
On the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back on the Inside 5:28. Literally just 2 minutes until 5:30, and then we'll take you all the way up to the hour where Kingsley and Obi will be taking you to 8 p.m. In some good news, actually, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is set to enhance its power to over 10,000 police officers in Trinidad and Tobago by 2030. The former commissioner of police, Gary Griffiths, is not too keen over that idea, citing that we don't need more force in the police service. However, we need accountability basically in the
Correct.
Trinidad and Tobago
Correct.
Police Service, and you have to take your job and say
He
that's a
is
leadership.
only so correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, all right. I mean, yeah, I agree.
More police doesn't solve the problem. We have to fix what is within. We will just recruit more good eggs to go with bad eggs for the bad eggs to get the good eggs to get bad.
Yeah.
You understand?
All right. Interesting. And well, in other news, same thing with CARICOM basically, and the Prime Minister's position on CARICOM. She's saying, expel us if you want, as she fires back over the General Secretary General dispute. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar has taken a bold and controversial stand against CARICOM, declaring that Trinidad and Tobago will not recognize Dr. Carla Barnett as Secretary General after her current term ends in August of 2026. Kamala says the reappointment process breached CARICOM's own rules and accused the regional body of becoming dysfunctional and chaotic. Words there from the Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar. And then, in other great news, the opposition leader, Penelope Beckles, has called on Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar to, quote, leave her alone. All right?
Leave her alone. Huh?
Regarding her decision on embattled Senator John Bates. On May 1st, John Bates told the Senate that she had submitted her resignation to Beckles following allegations of improper conduct related to her role on the Public Administrations and Appropriations Committee, PAAC, and Penelope Beckles saying, quote, leave me alone. And that will matter.
Wow.
That's just some of the things that I had here that I wanted to bring up. That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, Ezra, hey, the PNM, the greatest party ever. I didn't even know what to say.
So we don't have to be scared about our government leaving CARICOM.
No.
Right?
No.
But she's definitely not recognizing the secretary.
Yeah. She's not recognizing Carla Barnett at all. Yeah. All right? That's the General Secretary. The Ministry of Health, Dr. Lakram Bodo and Dr. Rashad Sicharan, Minister in the Ministry of Health, they welcomed and met with key representatives of the U.S. Embassy and the U.S. Development of Health and Human Services. The purpose of the visit was to introduce the Geneva Consensus Declaration to the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and to discuss opportunities for collaboration on women maternal health. And this follows the lovely meeting. I mean, how we left the show off on Friday was a big one. All right? And this follows the meeting that our Foreign Affairs Minister Sean Subers had with the United States on the international trading relation, as well as health, security, and then obviously the restart of Petrotrin and stuff like that, which is some massive news, all right? Because while Sean Subers, and I don't know if you paid attention to this, while Sean Subers was in the United States, the Minister of Energy and Energy Industries was sitting in the office right down there, Port of Spain, with Chevron. I don't think we understanding how big and important that is. Now, the purpose of the Chevron is not here to talk to us about Venezuela and oil and gas and dragon gas. That would obviously be the topic of conversation. But Chevron is particularly here because they want to assist in restarting the refinery.
Correct.
All right? The question is, how will Kamala restart the refinery? Is it fully state-owned or public-private or just strictly private? Rowley wanted to sell it. What will Kamala do?
We wait to see.
That's important.
Yeah, I don't want to have I don't want to put my opinion on this, right? Because let's face it, we do have the money to restart that refinery. It's going to cost us. And imagine even the companies that are interested in the company in the refinery are going to start it back in phases, right? It's not like they're just going to start it back in one time. It needs to start in phases, like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So that is how they're going to start to get back the refinery up and running, right? I don't know if they want to like. To me, the best thing they could do is lease them the refinery, right? So let them go put out their money, right? Open it back, make sure that at least our citizens here are working in it, right? So in that way, our country will be part of it. Our workers, Trinidad and Tobago Oil Field Trade Union workers, will be re-employed with contracts, whatever Chevron decide to do, right? But part of the stipulation is that they must hire our people to work in the refinery. They mustn't bring in, foreigners.
And the thing is,
they may have foreigners on the management level.
Yeah, you coming in? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, pull a mic now, Mr. Jim. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Numbers high.
The numbers high.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. They may have there are people on the management level because they're running the refinery. They could oversee and make sure everything is run properly and all of that, right? But our best bet is the lease. Now, and when I say lease, the amount of years leasing for, they will have to stipulate that.
Okay.
Right?
Because if they're leasing, I mean, you risk the sustainability that the government talk about.
No. It's an articulate position. Remember, you have a closed refinery, right? You're not putting out any money to build it back. If I come into open back a business that you have shut down there, is either two things. Either I buy it outright, or you lease me it until I spend the money and bring it back and put it up to how it was and make it start back to run it and whatever the case may be. Right? I had to get back my money. And I'm not doing that not to make profit either, so I had to give back my money plus profit, but interest.
Then here the thing, here the next thing in that. How many countries in the Western will have a refinery? We know the US have a refinery.
No,
right?
In this hemisphere.
In this hemisphere, the Western will have this.
We have one. Jamaica have one.
Have a refinery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I know that. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not Jamaica own.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not because that's some private company.
But one like ours, because I think
ours is on a different level.
Yeah, we have the not just the technology, but the proper infrastructure for gas.
The problem, here is the problem with the refinery. You see, when something is being closed and shut down for all these years,
start to rotting.
You have a lot of maintenance work to do. You have to go through everything with a fine teeth comb and make sure that when they do the feasibility study, then they will know the cost. Right? And the most amount of money could be the cost for that refinery is to refurbish, you understand? Make sure everything working properly, replace what needs to be replaced, and that's why they have to do it in phases, because a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think, even if they start like later on this year, that refinery won't be up and running until about late 2027, early 2020, at least the first part.
That's a soon timeline.
Yeah.
That's
and it will be. I don't think it will be at full capacity till in about 4 or 5 years.
Okay. So
it depends on how much money they're willing to put out to get everything running faster.
How much you willing to bankrupt the country?
You understand?
To make money.
But you cannot lose if you have people working.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? You cannot lose if you have people working, because when they work and they get paid, they heat up the economy. They buy things, they go to shopping, they do that, whatever. I remember not the government paying them, Chevron paying them. You understand? All that. If Chevron decides to go that way, and if we do get, if we do decide to lease, the problem with the half and half, 50% Chevron, 50% government. The problem with that is if they run into any obstacles, we would have to help fill the bill. You understand?
Like a public-private relationship.
Yeah. If it's a public-private relationship like that, where that is concerned, that will be cost on us too. Anything the encounter, we will have to face the bill half and half.
You know, this
we had
is,
asked ourselves if we have that kind of, you know.
And this is the only time that I'd really support a company coming to Trinidad to assist restart something, and the company not having to pay any major taxes. See, if that was the same deal for sandals, right?
That's not the same deal for
I say
sandals.
if it's like the same deal for sandals. That is the only time I could say I could understand what the government trying to do. But when you want to, and I'm not switching the conversation, but when you want to talk about this person could build something and then hire our people and not pay taxes, not at all. But if it is that because we have Chevron interested in restarting,
no, we could cut that deal, lease, and we get a percentage of whatever we find.
That's a great deal as well.
You understand?
Yeah. Because there's still millions of dollars we'll pocket.
I know we wouldn't get the greatest percentage, but we have to get that percentage of whatever we find.
It's our refinery.
You understand?
That I said. The thing is, and I think in order for people to understand, the Petrotrin refinery is like a first class in the world, because Trinidad and Tobago has the equipment.
No. Let me. I think if the average citizen of Trinidad and Tobago understand the level of loss that we lose by the government, the PNM government closing down that refinery, right? The PNM might not even be in opposition. They always bank on our capacity to understand what they are doing. They understand fully well that not too much of us really understand how important that refinery was to the economical backlash that we got from that refinery closing down. We yet to fathom how important that refinery was. And I telling you, if 60% or at least 50% of the country had fully understand how important the Petrotrin refinery was to our economy, to our livelihood, to our being, right? They would have never voted for the PNM again. Right? And this is why I tell people, you see propaganda, you see information, you see the wrong information. Those who control the media control the minds of the people. Once you control the information, right, of what people believe, you control them, you know. I will say that again. Once you control the information, what people hear, what people understand, what they believe, you control them, right? And the people believe that the Petrotrin was weighing down the economy and was bankrupting the economy, and a cleaner working inside the amount of crap I cleaner working for 10,000 a month and 15,000 a month in Petrotrin and is this and that and making plenty money, and that why. No, it wasn't because of that.
It's bad management.
You understand? They paid an independent organization millions of dollars to do an audit into Petrotrin to find out if the country could have, if the refinery could have saved, right? And the company said yes. You just have to remove the top management. And then after in a Freedom of Information Act. In a Freedom of Information Act on the this guy, I can't forget which one, I think it's Gregory Abudu, one of them released, showed that in the last 3 years of before closing down Petrotrin was making profits.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were making profits.
Yeah, it was making profit, and they still close it
down. And they still close it down. Right? And that fly over plenty people here.
Yeah.
Look.
I have some for you. You go like this one. There's 10 facts about Petrotrin.
Go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna get it pulled up here. And I'll play that for the people. Alright? But you're correct.
After you play that, open the lines, eh?
Yeah, but we could open the lines now.
Yeah, open the lines that people calling because this is the last 15 minutes of the show and I know a lot of people want to get in.
Yeah, so 622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. All right, so those are the numbers to call.
You find it?
I'm going to find it.
There's a video?
Here's a video.
How long?
It shouldn't be that long. Look at Sage Petrotrin, guess who show up? Under the radar. It shouldn't be that long. It was by News TT. Caller. All right, caller, you're live.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, boy, and David, remember the man that Costa Nostro, boy. The man shows up Petrolina that Costa Nostro.
All right, thanks so much. Caller.
Good evening again, Mr. Welch and Heavy.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, Heavy, I agree with your position with respect to the ex-2000 police officers. But I did not know that, unlike my partner in the PNM, you wanted to leave it there. I thought you were going to go further. Because I certainly do believe that if the money exists, we ought to remember that we have not found Mr. Big yet, and all the big fishes, the people who are laundering billions of dollars in the economy. Check the FIU, they will tell you how much billion, 13 billion this year, 12 billion this year, all sorts of things. Big money. Big filthy lucre circulating in the economy. And that is why John Jeremy and Mr. Manning brought into force the SAUTT. So I am saying, listen, let us revive the SAUTT. Let us create a situation of untouchable security officers, and let us give them a mandate to take down Mr. Big and all the big fellas at the top who is fueling the crime on the bottom. Because these are people who are transshippers of cocaine, they are money launderers, all sorts of things. We need to take them down in order to reduce the crime at that level. So I'm hoping that since the money exists to hire 2,000 more security officers, we can really and truly revive the SAUTT with that and forget putting them in the police system. Thank you for listening to your comment.
We have no comment. Thanks so much.
Yeah, because it changed the dynamics of the show.
But this here is the facts. There's only 4 minutes. So the facts on Petrotrin. All right. So Penny, all of them, if you open your fridge door and you're closing it, close it now, keep it shut and listen.
Welcome to News TT. And today we're giving you 10 things you should know about the fake oil scandal. On July 31st, 2017, Petrotrin chairman Andrew Jupiter resigned. 1 month later, Kamla Prasad-Bissessa reveals that days before the chairman resigned, it was discovered that AV Oil and Gas had defrauded Petrotrin.
He should have removed his very good friend and financier of the PNM, who has been found to have defrauded Petrotrin of about 100 million TT dollars
by inflating its oil production figures. So now here are 10 facts you need to know about the fake oil scandal. Fact 1. The owner of AV Oil and Gas, Nazim Baksh, is also the father of PNM Senator Alison Baksh. According to the Express newspaper, Senator Baksh was a director and company secretary of AV Oil and Gas from 1997, when the company was founded, until 2 months before the 2015 general election. At that time, Senator Baksh held the same number of shares as her father, making her a co-owner of the company. Fact 2. The direct PNM connection to the fake oil scandal does not stop at Senator Baksh. It also turns out that Vidya Devkising, the Petrotrin employee named as a central player in this matter, was also a PNM candidate in the 2015 general election. Fact number 3. Prime Minister Rowley has admitted that the owner of AV Oil and Gas, Nazim Baksh, is his personal friend.
Of course, I know Mr. Baksh very well.
And a PNM financier. Dr. Rowley also admitted that when the fake oil scandal broke, he called both Nazim Baksh and Vidya Devkising personally.
Issue of your phone call to Mr. Baksh are being looked at in this internal report and this fraud allegation, whether it was appropriate for you to call it.
Of course it's appropriate. I mean, if you have a friend and you hear that, something like that happened to me, you wouldn't ask him, what's this about?
Fact 4. Before being appointed acting crude procurement specialist at Petrotrin, Vidya Devkising was actually a hospitality worker. What is clear is that the former PNM candidate in the 2015 general election is the only person who would have the power to measure and sign off on the amount of oil Petrotrin received from AV Oil and Gas.
and that was the only way that the $100 million fraud could happen. Fact 5. Another player in the fake oil scandal who has connections with the PNM is AV Oil and Gas drilling manager Nazir Ali. Back in 2002, Energy Minister Franklin Khan and Mr. Nazir Ali were both employees of the venture production company. Ironically, the daughter of Nazir Ali, a Miss Sherry Ali, was a former temporary PNM senator and a PNM councillor in San Fernando. Sherry Ali was convicted of tax fraud in the United States. Fact number 6. In a strange twist of fate or by design, it also turns out that the acting crude procurement specialist at Petrotrin, Vidya Dekising, and the drilling manager at AV Oil and Gas are neighbors. Fact number 7. Nazim Baksh and his son-in-law Billy Ram Sundar were charged for a brutal assault on Guardian photographer Christian De Silva. Interestingly, Billy Ram Sundar is a police officer and husband of PNM Senator Alison Baksh. Fact number 8. After the fake oil scandal broke, Nazim Baksh also sued Kamla Prasad Bisasa for defamation. However, 2 independent investigations conducted by Crowell Consulting Canada and Gaffney Klein and Associates have confirmed that the fake oil scandal is real. It was only then that the former co-owner of AV Oil and Gas, PNM Senator Alison Baksh, was forced to resign. Fact 9. After months of ignoring calls for him to resign, Vidya Devkising was fired in January 2018. Fact number 10. The reports coming out of 2 independent investigations into the fake oil scandal was sent to the Director of Public Prosecutions for advice since November of last year, and nothing has been heard of it since. To date, neither Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi nor Minister of Everything Stuart Young has made any effort to follow the real money siphon to strengthen the case against the company. As a matter of fact, they have both been strangely silent on the issue.
All right. Well, that is the 10 facts on the fake oil Petrotrin. One call before we go. Caller.
Good afternoon to the panel.
Yes, sir.
Now, the reason why they were so desperate to shut down the Petrotrin, remember when they shut it down, it didn't take too long after for them to have a buyer in place, which was Mr. Jindal, right?
Yeah.
Listen to that. When they shut down that time, Mr. Jindal, if he did really get you, would have to come and buy Petrotrin, they would have keep it running. So instead of the benefit would have come to benefit the whole country, it would have go to benefit that circle.
Mm.
That was the whole plan there, but the UNC have to make sure and stop them over the way that is concerned. They shut it down so the country can benefit. But the benefit that would have come through the refinery, it would have gone in that circle between Jindal and the people who he was dealing with. That is the former government now. That's why they were so desperate to deal with that, but they didn't get you.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks so much. All right, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, I say 10 facts there. Stay tuned. We're going for a quick break. When we come back.
We should have done that in the first hour. I have plenty to say, but not enough time to say it.
Not enough time.
Yes, let's go.
Stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago.
Your afternoons.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, 3 minutes until we go. Sorry.
David Welch, I don't know why you do that. And you're laughing. That way people is cuss you. But I don't like you in the chat. You're laughing. Right? Trinidad and Tobago. I told David Welch, play all the ads in the 6:30 hour in the 5 hours so that we can talk straight up until the hour. You leave back some because you hurry to come back and talk. No, we had to just play cards and say goodbye and go home. Right? So I can't get to talk about Petro Train. Anyway.
I don't know why that's so funny now.
I don't know where's the joke. Anyway, until tomorrow, we'll be back here, same time, same place. Up next, we have Obi and Kingsley going to take you up until 8 o'clock tonight. Right? You still laughing? Yeah. That's why they don't like you. That's why they don't like you. Only laughing. Like it's comedy fest.
It's opinion boxing studio. And only having our conversation while I play that. You take out the headset.
I don't take out my headset because I don't see time. Them not sure they're going to start now. So until tomorrow, we'll be back here, same time, same place. People keep it locked right at the Talk City 91.1 FM. We'll be back. Under the Radar is out.
Yes, sir. And remember to keep shooting for the stars and everything that you do, Trinidad and Tobago. If you can see it, you can 100% be it. And the moment that you choose to give up is the moment a new star is born. All right? And we go carry it across. Yeah, brother. Stay tuned to... we have Obi and Kingsley in studio up next. Stay tuned for that.